I made this post about 2 days ago regarding how many adults are going to read and solve the problem incorrectly. And sure enough, that is what's been happening in the comments to this original post. So I'm going to show everyone how you would correctly solve this, because it really just takes having reading comprehension skills, so that way there's no confusion. For those that don't know who I am, my name is Ms. Potter. I'm a former classroom teacher and educational consultant who helps educators and homeschoolers learn effective strategies and best practices when it comes to helping children learn. After you watch this video on how I solve this problem, feel free to join my Learning Hub, where I provide additional classes, tips, and resources so you can have the strategies that you need to teach. Let's clear up the confusion with how the question was written. And here is the difference between when you divide by half versus dividing in half.
It really doesn't matter if you decide to use a fraction or a decimal, because both of the answers are going to come out the same. When you divide using a fraction, it is important to remember mathematical rules to keep the first term the same, change them inverse from division to multiplication, and then you're going to take the reciprocal, also known as the reverse of the second term. Then the rules, of course, when you are multiplying fractions, there is an imaginary number 1 that's underneath it, so you're going to then technically just multiply straight across to end up with 200 over 1, which is the same as 200. The next steps tells us to add 40, so you would end up with 240, and you got to take this whole total of 240 and increase it by twice as much, which is going to give you 480. And when you add that together, you are going to get the lovely answer of 720. If you're using the decimal with dividing, your divisor cannot be a decimal. So it would require you to make it a whole number by moving it 2 units to the right, which means you will also need to take the imaginary decimal here and also move it 2 units to the right. So essentially now you are dividing a number that looks like this. You are still going to end up with 200. Then you're going to add 40 as it says. So you get 240. And then of course you got to take the 240, increase it by twice as much to get the answer of 720.
And this is why reading comprehension skills with math application is important, because knowing how to do math using basic algorithms can be tricky when it comes to applying it to word problems. Let me know what y'all think in the comments.